Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian over here at the Little Orchard Farm. Man, we're getting ready for Christmas this upcoming week, but I wanted to get started on something that's been sitting here in the floor of my barn for the last several months. And I've just decided, hey, we're going to put this thing up. And I'll share the quick story with you here in a minute, but we're going to start putting together the wood mill. We're going to get the sawmill started and putting all the pieces and everything together. Because we're going to be cutting wood over the wintertime out here at the Little Orchard Farm. And this is the reason why. So a couple of nights ago, Karen and I are chatting. We're talking about the dreams and the priority of the next few builds and things of that nature. And I think I've shared with you over a couple of videos ago that over the wintertime, we wanted to build our chicken coop and get our chicken tractor built. Well, I started figuring up the project cost for each of those to go to the mail mall and pick up that lumber. And it's going to be insane. Now, most of you are thinking it's not that expensive to build a little coop. We're not building a little coop. I think most of you have watched long enough to know we don't do things halfway. Man, if we're going to get off the porch, we're going to shoot for the moon, right? And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a awesome chicken coop, a Taj Mahal chicken coop for our new little flock that we will be bringing to the farm, and we'll let you meet the flockers when they get here. So, but we started figuring out the lumber costs for all of our projects, and that was just the two projects that I've got over the winter, not to mention everything that I would love to start working on come spring: fencing, a seed start house or a little greenhouse, which also may be more toward the end of the winter, into the spring. There's just so many other things that we wanted to kind of to work on that required lumber. And let me tell you, the lumber prices today are still kind of crazy. I mean, the 2x4s probably within 75 cents of getting back to normal. But the larger 2x material, 2x6s, 2x8s, 2x10s, the sheet good of MDF or of plywood is nuts, just nuts right now. And so we decided, hey, I'm gonna jump out here and start getting the sawmill together, and we're gonna start cutting wood. We'll set it up for the winter. We'll cut wood throughout the winter. We'll let the wood dry over the winter. That's 3 months, 4 months of air drying. Don't know if the moisture content would be out of it enough after 3 to 4 months. I'll figure that out later, but we figured we've got to start getting to a place where we can start using the natural resources that we have and stop relying on the mail malls. So no more mail malls here come shortly. Our hope is, at least for the lumber. So what we're going to do today is we're going to again assemble as much of the saw head as we possibly can. And what I have here is the Kohler Command Pro. It's a 14 horse, 429 cc engine on this bad puppy. Again, Woodland Mills is the manufacturer, and I'm super excited about this unit. In order to get the head ready to go, we've got some frame building that we've got to add, some vertical supports and whatnot. And so that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do on this unit is assemble the metal framing that goes on here that will hold it upright when we set it onto the track. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And so I'm going to put you guys down, and we're going to get you in a nice angle where you can kind of watch what's going on. And we're going to step through this thing, and let's just see how hard it is to assemble the HM126 from Woodland Mills. All right, so it says I'm just supposed to be able to shove it right in here. Try it this way here. All right. Whew. All right. One. Oh my goodness. This is going to be tough. All right, let's get the other one over here. I like all these parts are nice and wrapped. They're all been taken care of, it looks like. Make sure. All right, spaced out, coming from the top down. We've inserted the frame post here, and we're supposed to remove the cap. So I'm just going to see if I can pop this bad boy off. We got to get the next piece, which is going to be the carriage legs. And the carriage legs is what is used to actually sit on the track. So let's go find those parts real quick. The carriage legs. Again, these are the things, these are the two apparatuses that will be sitting directly on the track and keeping it nice and level and straight. All right, let's put these bad boys on. So before we jump into this build real deep, let me show you kind of what they've sent. So they sent a box that has a lot of bags in it. And I'm just gonna pull out all of the bags here so we can kind of see what all they have here. All right. I think that's everything. All right. So what they have provided is all of the necessary components, all in individually wrapped bags to kind of help me keep them separated. The only thing that I have to do is be able to tell which ones are which. For example, the difference between this bolt and this bolt. Right? It looks like they're all using the exact same nuts, because that's the only bag of nuts that I have, and the same size washers. So that's good. So all I have to do is determine which ones of these, and I'm sure they're going to tell me when to crack this little pack open and get into it. And so, yeah, this looks like a handle for something. So we'll see what that is when we get to that. And so on. So I like the way that they have presented this. Number one, they provided a very nice manual for the H126. It's in color. Things that are in red, obviously, we are paying very close attention to, but it's a very nicely done manual. So far, so good. I like the way they've provided the instructions for a common guy like me to be able to put it together. I mean, let's be honest, when you have no experience working with sawmills, then to have an instruction guide put together that's in layman's term and not overly complex is kind of critical. So I give them some kudos on that so far. Haven't run into anything that's put me in a bind that makes me have to make a decision on right or left, up or down, black or white, whatever. So far, so good. It's been very clear. So that's a carriage leg. And you can see it's got little wire cleaners so that the wood shavings and so forth don't get up into here and cause an issue and cause an eventual derail of your saw head. All right, one down. Let's get the other one on. So I'm going to get this other leg installed, and then after that, we're going to stand this bad boy up. Ooh, movement. I'm excited, like a kitty Christmas. I'm excited. I can see some. I see some lumber. From here to there needs to be something, right? And that's what you see here. All right, we're getting there. All right, well, man, that's looking really good. You can see we've got the frame looking pretty darn good. Well, we got a few more steps to go, but man, Karen has been working for the last couple hours on a chili, and I think I'm gonna go inside and grab a quick bowl and maybe some apple cider. It's a little nippy out here, and but we'll get back out here, knock out the last few little steps to get this bad boy ready to go, to be lifted, to go put on the track, which isn't installed yet, but we'll get to that part next. All right, let's go grab a bite to eat. How is it?
Very good.
Is it spicy?
No,
Not too bad?
I left you some jalapenos and black red peppers over there to sit in there.
Ooh, now we're talking. Oh yeah, the chili. Let's do some eating. That's good. Thank you very much. I think I can get it from there.
Got it?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, buddy. All right, so Karen's helped me get this cross beam on here. I got a couple of the bolts started, and the rest of it went on there really, really easily. Got the pulleys installed as well. I got the magnetic tape, the measuring stick thingy, I think is what's gonna go right here. So I've got that plate on here. And then the rest of these, I need to tighten down real quick. Shouldn't take me but just a couple of minutes. And then we're gonna move on to the lubrication tank. That's the next thing up, the lubrication tank. All right, so we've got the lubrication tank now installed. I'm going to tighten it down, and then we're going to move on to the dashboard and the hour meter. So this is the dashboard. I'll have the hour meter right here, which I'm going to get installed next. I've got a pulley that I've got to install here, and I'm going to do that as well. That's that guy right here. So this will go in there. Let me see if I can get this in there real quick. Okay. All right, so the next step is going to be the lift mechanism. The lift mechanism. And these are the things that I'm going to need. So let me get all this stuff pulled together, and I'll meet you back over at the saw. All right, so I've assembled this bar, the lift arm assembly. It's got a double pulley here, double pulley on the end, one bolt here attaching here, and it's attached in two spots up here. All right, so what I just did was, let me see if I can square you around in here. I went ahead and I threaded the cable system, right? So we brought it from here up, hit this first pulley, second pulley, third pulley, and we terminated it right up under there. You can see the two lag bolts. And I did the same thing to the other side. And so really now it's all that's left is the push handle with the throttle and the log scale. I think those are the two big things left, or the only things left. I may put those off to another evening as it's starting to get a little late, and I think I'm gonna take it in for the night. But super, super happy with it so far. It's coming together, and before you know it, I think we're gonna be sawing some logs here at the Little Orchard Farm. So glad you guys joined us. Please don't forget to ring that subscribe button or the bell or the share. Any of those items help us grow our community as we continue to grow build our modern homestead from the ground up, and would love to have you guys along for the journey. Hey, listen, you guys have a great week, a blessed week. This is Christmas week. We're celebrating the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. So I hope you guys do have a great week. And until we see you again the next time, we will. See ya.